Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Flip. Well, of course, I go out, I do some video game hunting, I try to find some knickknacks at random places, and hopefully try to flip it for a profit or a late profit and door credit for other games. And honestly been doing a lot of hunting around over the last day or so. Found a whole bunch of interesting stuff, a whole bunch of stuff that is super cheap and more than likely probably not going to be a huge return, but hopefully it will make back even if not a little bit more. And so for anyone who is new to the show, what we're going to do here, I'm going to go through what I picked up, how much I paid for it, and then come back and let you guys know how it went, how much I made, if I did any trade for it, what did I get, and so on. So, let's get on into this, shall we? Today was an interesting day because I ended up finding two 3DS games that is, well, the same game. The only difference, one is actually open and the other one never been open. And at two different places for the exact same price. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe everybody just like, oh yeah, 3DS, let's just charge the same. And of course, the game I'm talking about here is The Adventure of TinTin. The game, which I believe is the game by Ubisoft. I want to say this is the game that was based off of the movie from a few years back, I want to say. So yeah, I have no idea why this game seemed to just been everywhere today, but hey, I found it. Like I said, one is totally open, complete with everything in it, and then of course the other one being factory sealed. Ended up picking both of these up for $3 a piece. I'm sadly I gotta get a price tag on one of these. So yeah, ended up picking up for $6 total on this, and yeah, two didn't shop. Whatever on that one. And to keep the DS train going here, I ended up also picking up for $2 Get World Record, the video game, a DS game. Like I said, $2 on that one. I don't think, yeah, that one is not 100% complete. It's literally just the game, and that is it. And as I picked that up, and at the same place, which, by the way, one of the sealed copy of TinTin both came from the same place as the Getting World Record, and also what I'm getting ready to show as well. Since I ended up picking up a couple things from this shop. One is for, let me see, for $3 on the Wii. Ended up picking up Platinum and Mad War, which is one of the better games on the Wii system. I personally would keep it for my own collection, but I actually do already own it. So yeah, like, I know it's a good game, and honestly, for $3, we will see what I can get for this, shall we? To be totally honest, out of the whole deck here, which one of them I still need to get, I will get that in a moment. It really, all these so far seem like $3 a piece, roughly $2 to $3, and we're looking at probably a $4 or $5 return on each of them. But we will see. And of course, I did get another Wii game. This one I haven't actually ever really seen before. And this is one of them that I'm going to try to sell. If I'm not able to, I am going to keep that for my own collection if all it fails on that one. And it is, of course, Destroy All Humans. What is the subtitle on that one? Big Willie Unleashed for the Wii. That one is, I want to say, yeah, it's not complete. Well, it didn't come in no manual. It literally adjusted the deaths. So yeah, we will see. I wasn't aware they actually made a Destroy All Human for the Wii, but I get, honestly, it's still THQ, so before THQ died, I get they kind of just made multiples of that franchise. Hopefully that franchise will actually come back, because I think it did get bought by THQ Nordic, I want to say. we will see on that one. And then, pretty much, that one here is the one I'm expecting to make the most money off of, to be totally honest. It don't have the actual case, but we will see what comes of it. And of course, this is the 360 version of Minecraft. So, ended up picking this up for $5, and from what I was looking up, at least, at GameStop anyway, for trading value, I know you can get, I think it's $8 in store credit and like $6-7 in cash. So hey, that $2 to $3 profit on that. So yeah, and then that pretty much about it for the game. But we did pick up a couple other things. Ended up picking up two manuals, oh not manual, but strategy guides. Sorry. Which is one we picked up for $3, which is called Summoner strategy guide for Summoner for, it was what, PS2 I think, yeah right here, say on the back for PS2. So if I remember right, I don't think I ever actually played the Summoner series, I don't think, but wasn't Summoner was a long title for the PS1? I'm pretty sure it was. So yeah, ended up getting the manual for that for $3. And then another manual, if I can't sell, I'm not going to be too upset, because once again, it will go in my own private collection. Which ended up getting it for $1, because they had it on sale, since it was just kind of thrown away with a whole bunch of other books, and they were just trying to get rid of it. Originally it was $8, and then it got marked down to $2, and then when I went to pay for it, it was $1. Which is the Brainy Game version strategy guide for Guild of War 2. So yeah, $1 for that. So grand total here, I spent, let's see here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17, and $22. So I spent $22 on all this altogether, and we will see. I'm gonna head on out and go try to sell these and flip these, and let's see what we can actually make. Am I gonna make a profit? Am I gonna lose money? We will find out here very soon, right here on the Flippers. So to them, let's see what happens. Welcome back everybody. It's been a few days, and I finally sold everything that you guys saw at the beginning of the video, and technically so. I more or less just did a trade for a couple of things I actually been looking for, and honestly could use for my actual gaming collection. And some of this is actually pretty decent, and especially spending on what, maybe $22-23 grand total for everything you guys saw. This is actually ended up being a pretty good deal overall. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna show you what the trade was, and give you all the information and whatnot, and then we can get on out of here, shall we? So for anyone who do not know, I am actually in the beginning stages of collecting all the PS1 original long boxes that will release in the for a year or two of the PS1, mainly because just nostalgic. I remember getting my PS1 and loving the cases to death, just mainly because of the artwork in a lot of ways. Some of the cases is, well, kind of a waste of space, I guess you could say. And they're not exactly in the best shape type of cases. I get not really long term, since some of them was, well, made of cardboard, but that's a whole nother thing altogether. But I am starting the collection of it. So far I have found 2, counting the one I'm going to show, out of I think 106 games. So yeah, we got a long way to go. But at a little mom and pop shop where I traded all this stuff to, ended up having one I've been looking for, and a game that I played all the way but kind of wanted because it wasn't bad. And then a game that is, well, really tied to my teenage year. But let's get on into about the long boxes though. And of course, pick picked up Battle Arena TinTin. So yeah, for anyone who haven't actually played it before or seen this, they were pretty much a fighting game series that seemed to have been more or less forgotten about on the PS1 days. I believe they only made 2 of these. I don't think they made any more than 2. And since, as you can see, the long box, you know, it was pretty early on. And honestly, what pretty much set this apart, technically set it apart, of the time period at least, it is, of course, a 3D fighter along the lines of Virtual Fighter in a lot of ways. But the main difference here is all the characters have weapons. So think of what happened if you take Soul Calibur and give it pretty much the graphic style of the Virtual Fighter series. Doing mainly the Saturn / Genesis area of Virtual Fighter, and that's pretty much what this is. So yeah, ended up grabbing that. And then one that I happened to seen in a cave, mainly because the guy pointed out, like, hey, you looking for PS1 games, huh? I got some in that case. Well, we keep mainly the more, you know, desirable / well games. But for whatever reason he pointed this out, I don't know if it's just been sitting on the shelf forever and he will want to get rid of it or what the deal. I don't know. But honestly, I don't really care. So, because I'm happy to have this in my collection because this is one of them games I've been looking for, and every time I have found it, it always been either player choice or just missing a manual, missing a disc, so on and so on. Just so many problems, I guess you could say. But this is, of course, Resident Evil 3 and Nemesis. In, honestly, complete greatness. Honestly, just like, the case is not cracked at all, nothing is broken, all the artwork is here, all the pages are here, and honestly, they feel like one of them games that probably just got stacked away in a drawer somewhere and forgotten about, because this thing is like almost like brand new, like quality. So yeah, actually finding it, or more so having it point out to me finding it, I'm actually really happy to have that, because honestly, I am in the process of trying to find all the PS1 Resident Evil games, because all of them were great, and all of them for me is like a big chunk of my like teenage years, while along with playing all the RPGs that the PS1 was mainly known for. And moving on to the last thing that is a little more recent, not so much retro. I hate saying that the PS1 is retro, but old man here, I can feel the age. But that one is actually something of the current generation, and of course that is Evil Within for the Xbox One. I usually don't pick up stuff on the Xbox One without it exclusive. As I think you can see behind me, I'm kind of more like PS4 the generation. But ended up finding this, and out of my trade credit that I ended up getting, I technically only had to pay $2 for it. So instead of pretty much getting store credit, like, you giving me a rough estimate of like, this is how much I would give you in that trade to go find you some stuff. I saw this and I'm like, I will pay technically $2 for it, because it was the only thing that wasn't exactly covered in the overall deal. So originally he had retailing for $12.99. Like I said, I only paid $2 for it. Since all the other stuff that we showed at the beginning of the video ended up paying for it. So honestly, not bad of a little trade here. Like I said, got one game for my long box collection, one game that I was actually looking for and I always had bad luck with, and then another game and like, oh okay, $2, sure, I would do that. So yeah, honestly, not a bad turnaround for literally spending $23 so yeah, I get lesson learned on it for anyone who is new to this whole thing. Whenever you find shovelwares in garage sale pawn shops, you never know. Always look it up, and honestly, if you can make a little bit of a profit or a lot of a profit, honestly, why not? You honestly never know what comes of it. You know, you might worst case scenario, break even, if that. So yeah. Anyway, of course, I think that would do it for the episode of The Flip. I've been your wonderful Troy. I will be back next time as soon as I can make it out and about to some more garage sales and pawn shops and so on and so on. The weather was pretty bad where I live right now, so a lot of them have been canceled because for whatever reason our weather system was all like, oh yeah, we're gonna be like 70 degrees and then drop down to 20 and start snowing.